Good evening and welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of your time with us this evening. We're so happy that you're here and here to hear about this and learn about this amazing opportunity with Purium Health Products. So first, why is this such a great opportunity? Why is it so timely? Why are we all so excited about it? What is it about this particular company? There's lots of home-based opportunities out there, but why this one? Well, I'm going to tell you why. And you're going to hear why from a lot of the people that will be speaking, from all of them tonight. First of all, health is top of mind with so many people these days. People are wanting to avoid certain things. They're wanting to avoid lifestyle diseases. They're wanting to keep their gut health in check. We hear so much about gut health, right? It's really become top of mind for so many. It's on the news a lot. We know that it's an important incremental part of our immune system, and people want to have a strong immune system. Also, there's so many people that just want to sleep for once in their life. They want to be able to sleep. They want to have more energy. They want to lift the brain fog. And many want to lose weight, but they want to do it the healthy way. There are so many things out there right now and certain trends of healthy, unhealthy, let's say weight loss, but this is health first, and weight is a healthy side effect of that. So there are many people looking for that alternative of doing it the healthy way. Now, what about the business side of this and the income opportunity? Well, first of all, I think we can all agree it's important to have a plan B, but to have it before you need it, not to be blindsided, not to have to scramble and figure out what you're going to do and not know what's next, but your bills keep coming in. So it's really smart to build a plan B income alongside what you're currently doing before you need it, before any emergency strikes, or maybe just because you want to be able to do more in your life. You want to have those dream vacations. You want to put your child in private school, whatever it might be. Also, super smart to diversify your income diversification. In other words, not keeping all your eggs in one basket. This is a great way to do that and do it without having to go drive, commute to another job. And what about residual and leveraged income? That's the thing that most people, myself included, did not have, and most people don't have, as well as the people on this call tonight prior to Purium, is having a residual income and an income that is highly leveraged. And what I mean by that is versus trading time for money, where we're trading our time for dollars, trading our hours for dollars. We can only do so much because we only have so many hours in the day, right? But leverage is leveraging the collective, getting other people to join, doing this as a team where a lot of hours of effort are put in and it's leverage, but you're putting in your amount of part-time hours alongside whatever you're doing. So that's the beauty of this business, and that's what makes it so powerful. Now, when you're looking for an opportunity like something like this that you can do from home, from anywhere, location independent, it's always important to pick something that makes sense because you're going to be investing not a lot of money. The financial barrier to entry of this is very low, but you're going to be investing some time. Part-time hours, you can build a full-time income, but still, time is our most precious commodity, isn't it? And that's the one thing that once we spend it, we can't get it back. So if we're going to be spending our precious time on something, we want it to be consumable. That's how we get residual income, something that's consumable. We want something that benefits people, so they want to continue consuming it, that helps them, something that we feel good about getting behind. And if you look up recession-proof businesses, just do a search, categories of businesses, you're going to see at the top of the list, two things pretty much come up at the top of every list. It's health products, and food, which makes sense, right? That's a necessity. Well, Purium is the perfect marriage of both of those things. These are products that help to support and improve people's health, and they are food products, literally food products. So we're going to share a little bit more about the company now and a little bit of background about the company and why these products are best in class, top of the line. So Dave and Amy, the two owners, they're incredible people. Many of us here have become very good friends with them. This is a small family-owned company based in California. They have been manufacturing superfoods since 1993. They've been doing this since before there was a USDA certified organic label, but really have been pioneers in organics, in superfoods, in that movement since 1993. They are the real deal. They're not people that are just jumping on the bandwagon now because people want to buy organic and that's where the dollars are going. No, they've been doing this since it was not popular, not easy. And they're very, very mission driven. They have partnered with organic farmers from all over the world. The products, the ingredients that they get for these products are from farms and farmers that are using regenerative farming practices, which is, that in itself is amazing. Now, since they're the manufacturers, they have top to bottom control over everything: testing, in-house, third party, rigorous testing, redundancies in testing, all the ingredients, every single ingredient that comes into the facility is DNA tested, it's identity tested to verify that that is indeed the ingredient that they're getting from the supplier. That's huge. You can feel really confident about what's in that package. It matches what's on the label. Again, they're the manufacturer. There's no middleman for extra costs, but also the control, okay? And these products are certified organic. There's no binders, no fillers, no chemicals, no added sugar, nothing artificial. Dave and Amy also have a whole food philosophy. So these products, every ingredient comes from a whole food source. There are no synthetic isolates, but rather everything is from a whole food. So the body actually recognizes it. It's the whole food with all the cofactors, with the enzymes, with the fiber, the minerals, all of that. And if that weren't enough, they have spearheaded this plastic-free initiative. Every one of our products, except for one, 64 out of 65 products, is now in biodegradable, compostable packaging made from bamboo and hemp. And they've saved almost, as you can see, almost 300,000 pounds of plastic from going into the environment. They're very passionate about that. It's not easy to do that. It wasn't easy to transition. It was not inexpensive to do that, but that's who Dave and Amy are. That's the integrity that they have. And they're just incredible people. I have been privileged and honored to know them for over 11 years. The reason they chose this business model is because they originally started in health food stores. And because they're so passionate about their mission, and their mission is to help people get off these horrible, highly processed frankenfoods that people are eating out of convenience and that are being marketed to people. And a lot of them are being marketed as being healthy, and they're not. But people are consuming these foods that are causing so much disease, especially in this country. And Dave and Amy wanted to give people a vehicle, a way for them, a system to help them transition off of these unhealthy, ultra-processed foods and do it in a way that's easy to do, that's simple, that's convenient. That's often the rub, is the convenience. That's why people are going through drive-throughs. That's why they're grabbing gas station food. This is convenient. It's actually healthy fast food, accessible and extremely affordable, which you're going to see as we get a little further along in here. Melissa's going to go over the package and what it costs per day per meal. It's going to blow your mind. So a little bit about me. I'll share a little bit about my story. I mentioned I've known the owners for over 11 years. So I got involved with my husband in the beginning of 2013. At the time, I was a full-time real estate broker. And when I say full-time, what I mean by that, it's not 40 hours a week. I mean 60 to 70 hours a week. That was my average normal work week. I was also a caregiver for my mom. She was elderly, she had health challenges, and we moved her in with us, and she lived with us for the last 2 years of her life. Anyone here who's ever been a caregiver, whether it's of an aging parent, a family member, a small child, knows often what happens is when you're a caregiver, last person you take care of is yourself. And that's exactly what happened to my husband and I. We had so much on our plates. I was doing the real estate thing. My husband was flipping houses, managing our rental properties, and helping me with the caregiving. We found ourselves in a place where we had put on a lot of weight. We had horrible digestive issues. We were waking up exhausted every day, waking up exhausted, and had no energy. My husband was living on coffee all day, and we knew we needed to make a change. Well, one of my cousins, who's known as the crazy family health nut, posted something on his Facebook. I knew how picky he was about ingredients. I saw he was talking about this. There were people commenting underneath about how great they were feeling and they had dropped weight and all these different things. And I reached out to him and I said, how do we get that? And that just proves the power of this business model, because we buy from people that we know, like, and trust, right? And word of mouth is the most powerful form of advertising. And I am so grateful that I did find out about this, that my cousin Eric shared this with me. I'm so grateful for that, because it's completely changed our lives. It was life-changing in a really profound way on the health side. Within a few days, digestive issues gone, almost 100% gone, waking up with energy, sleeping through the night, brain fog lifted. We went from feeling 20 years older to 20 years younger than we were in a very short period of time. So what happens when you have a great experience with anything? What do? You tell everybody, right? Especially the people you care about the most. You tell your friends, you tell your family. You can't stop talking about it. You see a great movie, you find a great hairdresser, find a great restaurant. This was what happened with that. I could not stop telling people about this. Plus, people were coming to us and asking, they're like, what have you guys done? You guys look really good. Did you drop weight? Your skin looks fantastic. So people were noticing very quickly. So I couldn't help myself, wanted to share it with everybody because it would be a disservice to keep it to myself. I didn't really know what was going on. I didn't really know that, oh, you can actually be compensated for this. And, that's a true sign of something that's great, is that you'll talk about it even if you're not getting compensated for it. And that's what I was doing. But then I heard, oh, there's referral codes. I can be rewarded. Well, I'm talking about this anyway. Why not? Of course. It makes total sense. Hey, maybe I'll get my products paid for. Mind you, I was making a great income in real estate, multiple six-figure income, but I'm also a business person. So it's like, hey, if I'm talking about this anyway, sure, I'll take it. So what ended up happening is just by doing that, sharing that, people being very eager to get on board, they also having great experiences, those people also naturally sharing it with everybody they knew, it just snowballed. And within the first couple months, first of all, we were getting a direct deposit right away every week, but within the first couple of months, a deposit came in that was equal to the rent from one of our rental properties, a big deposit. And that was a big light bulb moment. And I realized there was really something here, and this model's really powerful. And I saw it was residual every week and leveraged, because that big deposit was not the result of just myself sharing, but also other people who had come on board and were happily sharing. So I thought, what if I just was a little more focused, a little deliberate, alongside my big real estate hours and caregiving, just a little bit every day? And that's what I did. I thought, what would happen? What happened is, within a year and a half, it matched the income from Purium, matched my six-figure real estate income. That's how powerful it is. I don't care how busy someone is, because of the leverage aspect of this, just with a small amount of time every day, getting other brand partners to join, happy customers who become brand partners and want to share it with the world. That's what can happen. That's what's possible with this. I had not done this before. I honestly was ignorance on fire when I started. We now have so much training and support. The company's evolved a lot in 11 years. But what really has happened is it's helped us experience true financial freedom. Because before I was on a hamster wheel, I was making great money with real estate. I did not have time to enjoy it. I didn't have downtime, and it was constant stress. I couldn't take vacations and not work the entire time, stressful work, putting out fires. With this, my husband and I, we have time freedom, location freedom. We're having fun. We can do this from anywhere. And the beautiful thing has been being able to help others do the same. And many of them are on here tonight, and that's the best part of this. So I'm going to introduce someone to you who is just amazing. He's one of our team members, and his name is Dr. Michael Hogan. He's a chiropractor and just an incredible person who really, really cares about his patients and is super picky about ingredients and has been approached by a million other companies about products. So Dr. Mike, let me just unmute you here, or ask you to unmute, or Beth, if you can unmute him. There you go. Welcome, Dr. Mike. So great to have you here with us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm honored to be here. I really appreciate it. And when I heard about Purium, I admit I was pretty skeptical because I get approached constantly for so many years. And I was hanging out with a friend of mine, and we were doing a lot of cold dipping, and this was about 5 years ago. And he was like, "Well, you gotta try it." And I was like, "We were camping and we were hungry." And I said, "Oh, sure, I'll try it." And I'm really like, I'm in tune with my body. Like, if something impacts me, I know if it's positive or not. I've just been doing this for so long, taking so many different supplements. And I like immediately was like, okay, I'm in. I'm gonna order some of this stuff because my energy was up. I felt really good. And I'd been looking for a long time for something that would marry nutritional products with food, because I was like, I had this huge cabinet full of supplements, and I just got tired of taking all these supplements, because to get like your nutrition, like, yeah, supplements are important, but you really need whole foods. And to find whole food source supplements, that's really hard. So this company started like really crossing the T's and dotting the I's for me. And so many of my patients they just don't get better like they should get better. Like they align, they feel better, but their pain is from inflammation, and their inflammation is metabolic, and their metabolic is affecting their hormones, and they're not sleeping. And so it becomes this like chronic hamster wheel. And I'm like, for the love of God, eat healthy. And after like telling people to eat healthy for over 10 years, and they're like, well, I eat a salad once a week. Like they just don't comprehend how poisonous our environment is. And on a side note, I will say the plastic reduction was so near and dear to my heart. Like for my whole life, I've like been interested in ecosystems and ecology, and the fact that Purium, I know that like for them to do that was it's like a sacrifice. They're sacrificing their efforts to support the environment. That was like obviously like so like heart moving for me. But but the thing is, to eat healthy, you need fast food, and Purium is fast food. It's whole food, and it's an easy program to follow. And our entire country is developing food sensitivities and food allergies because of the poison. And if you don't detox the glyphosate, if you don't get whole foods, like you're never gonna really get out of it. And it's so sad when people are like, I'm really gonna eat healthy this month, and then they do their best, and then 2 months later they're like, I'm going to the specialist, I'm gonna find out what's wrong with me. And they have an autoimmune condition because they have a food sensitivity, and they're not going to be able to solve it on their own. They need an easy system. They need something that's easy, that's automated. And so I just find Purium, I've been doing it for 5 years. And like when my box comes in, I'm like, oh, thank goodness. I just ran out, and I need something easy so I don't have to spend 45 minutes preparing healthy foods. I mean, you still have to prepare, you know what I mean? You still have to be ready. But I will say, from a business point of view, like being on this team with Melissa, like she's like a secret weapon. Like it makes it so much easier for me because I'm like so busy, and having somebody that I can like text, and she can set up with a client, she can talk to the client, she can explain it. Most of our clients are like they're ready to go. Like they're ready. They want something. People are looking for solutions. And this is an amazing solution. So really happy to be a part of the team, happy to be a part of the company, and love the product.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Mike. We're thrilled to have you as part of the team, and that you just summed it up so well. So coming from someone like yourself with years and years of, dealing with patients and seeing what people go through and how this has become an incredible resource for your patients and for yourself. I remember on a prior Zoom, you had said you started to try the products and the shake, and your mitochondria were popping. And I
My
just love that.
mitochondria are popping.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel the ATP.
Yeah, exactly. So, Dr.
Yeah.
Mike, it's a pleasure having you. Thank you so much. And
Thank
we'll
you.
see you again soon.
Okay.
All right.
Appreciate it.
So, yeah, absolutely. Next I want to introduce you my friend Michelle. Michelle is incredible. Michelle Boersma. she was a wedding photographer. So we're putting on here, you notice where it says prior career, you saw with me prior career, real estate broker. I don't do that anymore. I transitioned out. I was able to because Purium not only matched, but way exceeded many times what my highest year in real estate was. And this is way less stressful. Michelle, same thing, prior career, wedding photographer. So she's going to share her story, but I just want to give you a little background. Michelle had never done anything like this before. In 14 months, she got to one of the highest ranks in our company, set a company record. She is an absolutely amazing leader, beautiful person, all around on our team. And that's her and her husband, Sam, there. And he's just as amazing. So welcome, Michelle. Great to have you with us tonight and hear your story.
Thank you so much, Sonia. I would love to share. So I lost it all. I mean, in a matter of what felt like hours, this business that I had put my heart and soul into as a wedding photographer, it was gone overnight. Not only was it gone, but I had to refund and reimburse my brides. Who would have thought the world was going to go on a lockdown? I didn't have a plan B. And in an instant, it was gone. So I remember just shock and overwhelm that this was happening. And March through October, anybody that's a wedding photographer, that's our bread and butter. That's our season. And we went on lockdown in March of 2020. That same week, my father's health took a major turn and plummeted. I'm an only child. I had been caregiving most of my life since I was about 11 for my mother. And now this situation arose, the beginning of strokes, the beginning of bouts of sepsis. So I had to move back to Southern California immediately. I had no work. I am now a 24/7 nurse, and it was very traumatic caregiving, I might add. And my own health wasn't ideal. I was dealing with a severe migraine issue I'd had for decades. I was on daily medication for decades. I had an autoimmune condition I was diagnosed with as a teenager. We know that stress exacerbates everything. So I was like major flare up. And now I'm going to have to be caregiving, I mean, in a very dramatic way. Lots of hours, no sleep, heavy lifting, and then the emotional toll as well. And I have no income. So it was like, I call it the perfect storm. I was, and I use this word specifically, I was dignified with this opportunity. First of all, for my health, I needed to feel good in order to handle what I needed to handle. And it was going to be a long haul. This wasn't going to be just a couple of months. And I also needed income. And I love helping people. That's my passion. So I was dignified with this by someone that I respect very much. She's a registered nurse herself. And she had had such tremendous benefits herself with her health. She's like, you've got to try this. So I did. And I am so grateful because not only did it allow me to have energy and deal with all of the things that I was dealing with, no longer dealing with migraines, no longer my head in the toilet every day from a migraine. I could talk an hour just on that part. The health benefits were tremendous for me. The quality of life that I didn't know that I could have. I was trying to eat healthy, but I was missing the mark. It just wasn't enough. So all those boxes were checked. And then the most beautiful thing happened, because I love sharing and I love people. I created this business that, with no experience, like you said, Sonia, and not a whole lot of time, but it allowed me the location independence. I could be at my dad's bedside day after day, month after month, whether it was 28 nights in the ICU or it was in my mother's living room with him in the hospital bed for months and months and months. I was with him, caring for him for 3.5 years until he took his last breath in October. because of this business. So I am so grateful that someone didn't prejudge me and say, oh, you know, she's got too much on her plate. She's overwhelmed. You know, she's a photographer. This is probably not for her. No, they dignified me with this option, and it changed everything for me. And now I'm still caregiving for my mother, but it's not as intense yet. And you see this picture here. This was my husband and I just a few months ago celebrating our anniversary in the Maldives, our 35th wedding anniversary. That was a dream of ours. I could do that because of this business. And I could work from the Maldives because I had Wi-Fi. In August, I get to go see my daughter, who she's been out of country for 11 years living in France. I haven't been in almost 6 years to see her because of this situation. And now, because of my business, I can go and I can spend time with her. So it's hard to put it into words what this has done. I hope that explains a little bit. I never knew that I could have a 6-figure income so quickly, working part-time, and the beauty of that leveraged residual income and working with people that are incredible. When we all come together, like-minded people, it is the passion, the vibe, it's so positive. And that was something else through all of that very difficult situation. I had this beautiful, positive environment where we were helping people. My father died from the standard American diet. He died from dietary damage. Now I can help educate others about a preventative approach with this beautiful business. So I'm so grateful. Thank you for letting me share, Sonia.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you for sharing that. Your story is just so beautiful and so powerful. And I love what you said about you're so glad that you were not prejudged, like that you were too busy to do this, or because it really, what it did is it's freed up your time. It's given you more time and more income than you even had before. So Michelle, thank you so much. And we're so honored to have you as a leader on our team. You're just amazing. All right. Now, speaking of amazing, next up is my dear friend, Melissa. And Melissa and I were total strangers about 6 years ago now, just about 6 years. We met on Instagram, and we have formed this friendship that's become like family now. But Melissa is also one of the top leaders on our team. She's incredible. This business, she's made for it. She had never done anything like really dug into anything like this before. And take it away, Melissa. She's going to share her story.
Thank you, Sonia, for the beautiful introduction. And thank you for the most beautiful business opportunity I could have ever imagined. I'm so grateful for it. I pinch myself every day. Like Sonia mentioned, I've never done anything like this before, but like just about every person on this Zoom, I love helping people. Who doesn't? It's very gratifying to help improve people's lives. So I was a massage therapist for 20 years. And when Sonia connected me with me on Instagram, I just didn't know how to do this, but she coached me every step of the way. She dialed me into the systems that are in place. And if you're coachable and you follow the systems, you're going to be successful. So I started working this business, and very quickly I had the light bulb moment. Why am I dragging my heavy massage table up the stairs, down the West Wing, doing deep tissue massage for these clients when I could work this business from the comfort of my couch or the comfort of anywhere I want to be on the planet? So I started working this more. I'm able to help way more people. And then pretty quickly into this business, I also got the scary news that my mom was very sick and I had to get on a plane the next day. I didn't have to, I had the privilege to get on a plane the very next day and be by her side as she got the scary news that you get from the doctor. And it was deflating to her, but to have me by my side, I know made it easy. Have me by her side, it made that scary scenario easier. And not only that, I didn't have to ask anyone for time off. I could just go. I didn't have to worry about the cost of the ticket because Purium pays very generously. So I could be by her side. And I stayed by her side. We were able to stretch together, cook together, go to the beach together, do all the things you want to do with your best friend when they need you the most. And I could still work this business. I still was able to grow this business out of the stratosphere, beyond my wildest dreams. And we shared our journey. And because of that, a lot of friends started joining us. So now we have this big, glorious team of health and wellness practitioners, but then also people that came from corporate, stay-at-home moms, those who were retiring but wanted an extra income, all different walks of life. And it has been such a blessing in so many ways. I'm eternally grateful to Sonia, and I share this without judgment to everyone, because we never know who needs this opportunity. I really think everybody needs an extra income in their portfolio, one that's residual, one that pays them while they sleep, to get off the hamster wheel, to not be dependent on the 9 to 5. So I'm eternally grateful for it. Now, how can we get started in this beautiful business? Well, again, it almost seems too good to be true, but all you need to do is the nutrition program that you're probably going to do regardless, because everybody needs to hit the reset button on their health. So you do the nutrition program, and you can be a business partner complimentary. The coaching is complimentary. The compensation plan is incredible, and Sonia will go over that in a minute. I'll show you what this nutrition program looks like if you've never done this before. It's essentially 2 meal replacements per day. Covers your breakfast, covers your lunch, have a decent dinner, snacks as often as you want, fruits, veggies, salads are optimal, and then your cherry juice before bed. I'll show you what those look like. Gut support, protein, power shake. Your gut support is called Biomedic. The only clinical solution, like Dr. Mike was saying, the only clinical solution that removes glyphosate. Glyphosate's a huge issue linked to cancer, infertility, autoimmune, autism, dementia, gluten intolerances. The list continues. This is the clinical solution for removing that and repairing your gut, and also reducing the C-reactive protein by 74% in 6 weeks. That is mind-blowing. And we have all the clinical studies to back it up. So better than anything out there. The protein designed by a doctor, the only protein you're going to find in the physician's handbook, 99.4% absorption rate. I personally have clients who are in a state of dialysis that do great on this protein because it puts 0 pressure on their organs and kidneys. Your power shake, it's delicious. It's convenient. You can travel with it. I do it all the time. This business has allowed me, like Sonia said, to retire my husband. So we travel all the time. It's our passion. And we bring this all with us. So we feel great. There's going to be a complimentary little travel blender for you as a gift. And then of course your cherry juice before bed, which most of us are obsessed with. You can have this as a little nighttime mocktail. It brings down the inflammation, helps clean out your liver, and it's the highest source of naturally occurring melatonin. So you can have that deep restorative sleep. Your first month of the program will also have a gentle parasite cleanse. So it really all works synergistically together to give you the best sleep ever, the best energy, help reduce the midsection squish, and help you feel better than you felt in a really long time. And if this is not amazing enough, the fact that it's $12 a day. That's the cost of a burger at McDonald's. All of this is $12 a day, covering your breakfast and your lunch. And it gives you a business opportunity with limitless earning potential. These are real stories. I'm a real person. Sonia's a real estate agent. Michelle, all of these friends that are sharing, we're real people who have never done anything like this before. But the products speak for themselves. And when people are feeling better, they can't help but share. They become walking testimonials for you. So it's a dream. We love it. We can't fake this excitement. And we're eternally grateful that somebody shared this with us. And we're eternally grateful that you are joining us and taking time to see if this is a good fit for you. The only regret you will have is that you didn't learn about it sooner. So Sonia, thank you so much for allowing me to speak and share and giving me this dream job.
Well, thank you, Melissa. Thank you for sharing your story and sharing everything that you did so concisely and so beautifully. Thank you so much for that. And as you can see here, this is just part of our team in this picture. This was at a Diamond Club event where anyone who gets to the rank of Diamond gets to go on this trip. And this was last year, actually. So that the beautiful thing about this business, one of the aspects that's really great is the community aspect. And it really is a team sport. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. I remember, times when Michelle had things going on, like where she had to be urgent emergency thing in the hospital, and others on the team would cover. And same thing with you, Melissa, like we all do that for each other. It is truly a team sport. And that's what's so beautiful about it. And really our compensation plan, as Melissa mentioned, is so generous that it really does reward those who put the effort in sharing this message. So I'm going to go over a little bit of the compensation plan. I'm not going to go into the whole thing because your head will spin because it's a lot of information. But what's really cool about it is a couple of things. If you are familiar with network marketing, and if you've ever been involved and you are familiar with compensation plans at all, the type of compensation plan this is, it's called a unilevel compensation plan. This is known throughout the industry as honestly like the fairest, the best type of compensation plan. It makes it easy for people to win. There's no gotchas in there. Do you have to put effort in? Of course, just like anything that's worthwhile. This is not a lottery ticket. You've got to put the effort in. You've got to love helping people. You've got to be willing to talk to people and share it with people and be coachable and follow our simple system. So that makes it so easy. But the beauty is the way Dave and Amy are, they're so generous. They want people to win right away. So there's a way that you can make money immediately while you're building the long-term residual income. So Fast Start bonuses, our Fast Start bonus program is just that, where you can earn money right away. There's $3,500 on the table in these Fast Start bonuses. And that's the month you enroll plus the next 4 months. So you can see on the sheet here, the schedule of what these bonuses are. The company gives ample time to achieve them, but I'll be honest, most people are achieving the first 2 or 3 in the very first month in way less time that's allotted. So again, excuse me, no gotchas. Dave and Amy make this very achievable for people who are willing to talk to people and share it and put the effort in. Now, the other thing that's super cool is every one of us who's spoken so far tonight, we are not in Fast Start anymore because we've been in for a little while. So we're out of that Fast Start period. But guess what? We still make Fast Start bonuses because we make matching bonuses. So whenever you bring someone on that's a brand partner that's joining you, how fun is it to pick your team, who you want to work with, and have your running partners, and they hit those Fast Start bonuses, you can make matching bonuses. You can make these bonuses, again, up to $2,500. And it is very achievable. And it's a very exciting part of our compensation plan because that goes on forever and ever. Every time you get a new brand partner, you help them, you get these Fast Start or mentorship bonuses. So that's the short term. Here's how you can make your money back on your first pack. Melissa mentioned $12 a day, $6 a meal. You can make that back on your first month of your nutrition program in your first 10 days. Just get 3 people on board. There's no shortage of people. Trust me. There is no shortage of people who want to sleep better, who want to have more energy, who want to drop weight, who want to release inflammation. Dr. Mike talked a lot about that. They're out there. It's probably just about everybody that you know. 3 people in the first 10 days, you've earned $366, 3 customers. You've earned your money back. Your first month is $360. You've made that back. The scenario below just shows you get 3 in 1 week, 3 in another week in the same month. And look at the bottom line. It kicks in another bonus of $400, but the bottom line over $1,000 that you can make just in a couple weeks, first couple weeks. And we have lots of people doing that. This is not a pie in the sky thing. We have people doing it every single month. Excuse me. Now, here's the big picture vision, the unlimited earning potential. And this is where the residual income, which includes bonuses that the company pays after the one-time rank achievement bonuses, the Fast Start, there are recurring bonuses, lifestyle bonuses. There's profit sharing built into this. There's all kinds of bells and whistles built into this. But you can look at this chart, and the people that you heard talk so far tonight, the majority are all the way to the right side of that chart. Those high bars to the right, over in that area. So it is very achievable, very doable. Again, if you are coachable, motivated, consistent, willing to put in the effort and following our system. But look, even on the left side here, executive, that's one of our little baby ranks. Average annual earnings, $14,000. What could you do with an extra $14,000 coming into your household a year? Diamond, average annual $32,000. That's just the average. Some are higher than that. Green diamond, and you can see it goes on. Michelle, I told you 2-star crown. She got there in 14 months. You can see over here on the chart what that is, what the average annual income is for that. So that's our income disclosure statement. You can see the fine print on the bottom. If anybody wants to have a copy of this, whoever invited you can send you a copy of this, as well as our entire compensation plan. Okay, now we're going to debunk a myth. We're going to debunk the urban legend that only the people who get in at the beginning of a network marketing opportunity can make it. You have to get in on the ground floor to make it. It's just the people at the top that got in early. Well, Purium's been in business for 20 years. You know what's beautiful about that? We have a track record. We've been around a long time and we ain't going anywhere. And we have grown through all the beginning growing pains. We have infrastructure to support massive growth. So that's a plus that we've been around for 20 years. Now, what about the myth that you got to get in at the very beginning? Well, I've been in 11 years, so I didn't get in 20 years ago. Melissa has been in this business for 6 years. Michelle, 3.5 years. Okay. And you're going to hear from Ariel and Nicole now, who have been in this business for less than 4 months. So let's see how it's going for them. So this is my friend Ariel. She's here in St. Pete with me. She joined Purium a few months ago, April of 2024. She's a bioresonance and nutritional therapist, and she has achieved, as you can see on the slide here, not only fast start bonuses, but the matching bonuses that I just talked about. So Ariel, go ahead and unmute yourself and welcome to the call. We're so happy to have you here and hear about what Purium has done for you so far.
Yes, hello everyone. I'm super excited to talk about all the life-changing things that have happened since I started with Purium. But first, yes, I'm a nutritional therapist and I'm very picky about ingredients and products in general. Like for me, they have to be lab tested, certified organic. Like these products check all the boxes, which is why I was like, okay, I will dive in and try for myself. And my personal chronic health struggle is digestive issues. I'm going to just kind of go over this part quickly because I know you guys already know about the amazing benefits of the products. But for me, it's digestive issues. And within 1 week, my bowels were regular, which for me is huge. So thank you, Biomedic. And I also felt more energy. I was looking less inflamed and more cut. So that's always a win as well. So I decided to recommend it to my mother, who also has chronic health struggles, like for many years of weight loss resistance and high blood pressure. The doctors want her on blood pressure medication, and she really prefers a natural route and has tried really everything for so many years with nothing moving the needle. So I put her on the transformation. She tried it out, and after 6 weeks, so she's on her second kit of the transformation, she normalized her blood pressure, which is huge. It went from 155 over 120, which is really high, to 112 over 75, which is like amazing. And she also lost 10 pounds. She feels better. Like this is huge for me to be able to I work with, clients all the time, but my mom to finally be able to make some, headway with that is really, really huge for me. And I'm just so happy because obviously I'm going to have my mom for longer, because she literally told me 3 months ago that she felt like she was going to die. And now she's in such a better place physically. So that would be definitely my best client testimonial. And with that, with the business side of things, I've only been in this for about 3.5 months, like Sonia said, and I haven't really had success with other network marketing companies like this. So I was a little bit uncertain, when Sonia approached me about the business, and I decided to try it just because of, how good the ingredients are and all the testimonials behind them. And like I said, started feeling the benefits of myself and my mother, getting all the transformations that she had. But I also do bioresonance testing too, and I can scan my clients for the product. So I uploaded every item in the transformation into my system. And it just kept coming up for people. Like it was just resonating so strongly. I can tell that these, are really powerful products that people's bodies are asking for, which is amazing. And for me, going back to like the other network marketing companies, I was with an essential oil company for 2 years and literally paid more than I made in products. And so that's kind of where my uncertainty came, where I'm like, is this really going to work out for me? But within 1 month, my Purium pay was more than I made in 2 years, obviously at that company, which is amazing. And I personally lived in a moldy house that I bought that kind of wrecked my health and my finances. So I'm $30,000 in debt, or at least I was 3 months ago. And after 3 months, I've been able to pay off half of that credit card debt, $30,000, half of it. So that's just like so life-changing for me, because 3 months ago, I'm thinking, what am I going to do? How am I going to get this debt off? Like, so stressed all the time. Month to month, things are just piling up. And now I'm feeling some relief. I'm able to actually, go shopping for some new clothes and like not feel like, oh my God, I have this towering amount of debt over me. It's just amazing. So yes, this definitely has kind of brought like financial freedom. Like, I could see the light at the end of the tunnel, that it's coming for sure. And there's a lot of hope with that. And also just physically, like the benefits that I've been receiving and that my clients and my friends and my family have been receiving are also unmatched.
That's amazing, Ariel. Thank you so much for sharing that, for being so honest and transparent and sharing all of it. And so happy for your mom. I know that's the biggest thing for you. I remember we were on a call together and someone said, what has been the biggest win in this business for you? And the first thing out of your mouth was, what it's done for my mom, before the half of the $30,000 in debt being paid off. That's what was the biggest, most important thing to you. And understandably so. But yeah, being able to pay that off. Ariel's made $3,500. She's scooped up the whole $3,500 in fast start bonuses in way shorter time than allotted. And in addition to that, she's made $2,800 in matching bonuses. And this is on top. This is in addition to commissions. That's just the bonuses. So Ariel, thank you so much. You're helping so many people. And speaking of that, you know how we said, when something is great, you want to share it with the people that you care about. So Ariel shared this with her friend, Nicole, who's joining us now. And Nicole joined in May 16th to be exact, of this year. So again, debunking the myth that you got to get in at the beginning. So Nicole is amazing. She is super mom. She is a busy mom, so busy mom of 3 with a special needs child. I know personally, she's working her regular business all day long, adding her Purium business in. If anybody ever says, I'm too busy, or you think they're too busy, like Michelle said, don't prejudge them, because you don't know what will happen. You would think Nicole is just so busy, and she is. She's driving her kids back and forth to Taekwondo, to camp, all the things. But what's happened with this business, she's going to share with you now. So welcome, Nicole. She's an iridologist also.
So my kids are in the background. So if they pop in, they have been kind of going around. I don't know if you've seen me distracted, but they're like, who are you talking to? Can I say hi? So wow, it hasn't even been 2 months since I've been with the company. And yeah, I am all in 1,000%. Actually, Ariel did the bioresonance testing for me. She's like, you need this. And I was like, okay, let's try it. I was coming out of my son dealing with encephalitis from strep. So he was really sick for 7 months, kind of not really knowing what to do. But what happens when you have somebody sick that you're caregiving for? You put your health on the back burner. So I ended up with this rash all over my body. I was gaining weight, migraines, like everything. And within 2 weeks, I was like, I need to tell the world about this product. I had come off of blood pressure medication. My rash cleared up. I showed Sonia pictures. Like, it was like my whole torso. It looked like somebody poured acid on me, and they were like, oh, it's psoriatic arthritis. Go take an immune suppressant. I'm not into that. So my background is holistic health. I study the eyes. I do a lot of things, whatever people come to me for. And I have been in this space for a decade, kind of looking for things that work. And so, after 2 weeks, I had seen progress in my own health that I haven't seen in 10 years of trying with everything else. So I got really excited about, I said to Sonia, I said, Ariel, I got to go all in, because, stressed out mother, I can relate. There's all these special needs moms out there, moms with 1,000 things on the go like me. How do you make this work into your schedule? It took me 4 minutes every week to fill out my supplement containers, the shakes you can take on the go. Like, it is so easy and so beneficial. And I really wasn't sure, I'm one of those people, I like the products and start talking about it. I didn't look at the compensation plan. Actually, this is the second time I've seen it tonight. I was blown away with my first pay, and then the bonus that came, I was like, wow. So I think what really resonated with me is my son, because he has special needs, you can't just put him in an average camp. So the camp in Tampa that we go to is $700 a week. So me and my husband were like, let's see if we can scrounge together 1 week, send him there. It'll be the best week of his life. But other than that, he's just been sitting home watching us work, which kind of sucks for an 11-year-old, very active child. When I got my first bonus, I was able to pay for 2 more weeks, and then we got the next pay, and I was like, he can go to camp all summer. And that is huge because now he's living his best life. My special needs child has all these friends. He runs his energy out all day. Like, he was out on a boat today. They have a lake, we're in Florida, but they like literally scan the lake to make sure there's no alligators so these special needs children can swim. So he's living his best life because of Purium. My mother is actually here right now from Canada because of Purium. So, and I'm just a little fish in a big pond. Like, I just got started. I'm going for the crowns, just so you know. I'm coming. Like, the whole world needs to know about this, and I have a really big mouth, so just remember my name. I'm going to the top. So the whole world needs to be on Purium. Every stressed out mother, literally everybody. And Melissa talking about being a massage therapist, like, I had so much tension in my shoulders. I don't even need a massage therapist anymore. Like, it's all gone. So yeah, I feel bad for them because I don't need them anymore either. I'm saving money in the long run. So yeah, if I can do it with my insane schedule and everything I have going on, you guys could totally be brand partners. This is a community. Like, teamwork makes the dream work. And there is such an amazing team. And I'm so excited to hug everybody in person at this, oh my God, what do you call it in English? The thing coming up on the 28th, the convention. Yes, but I don't even know what else to say. I love this company. I'm the quality of the products, the changes I've seen in my own family, my clients. And, when you say network marketing, it's a network because literally everybody keeps talking about it. So like, my best friend's on it now, her husband's on it, her cousin's on it. Like, it just spreads like wildfire because people's lives are changing. So I wish I found it sooner.
Awesome, Nicole. Thank you so much. And
My pleasure.
what's better than that? I mean, being able to have her mom come down, her son in the camp that he's just loving. I love seeing your pictures of Noah on your stories of what he's doing at the camp. Just amazing. And, special needs comes with special needs, special expenses. And this is really relieving a lot of that financial pressure for you. So thank you so much for sharing that, Nicole. And yeah, I know you're going to the top. I believe you. Remember her name. So, okay, now, are you ready to have your own organic superfood business with Purium? Have you heard enough to hear how awesome this company is and these stories of all these people from different varied backgrounds and credibility, Dr. Hogan and others here? So the question is, are you ready? Are you coachable and motivated? Are you passionate about helping people? Can you carve out some part-time hours that literally can parlay into and yield a full-time income, a CEO income, potentially, depending on the effort put in? So if you are, then you know what comes with this? Location independence, the residual leveraged income that we talked about, that most people don't have, making your own hours. Nicole talked about how crazy her schedule is. She works this in around all those other things going on. The community support, the team aspect of this, and being with your family when they need you the most. You heard a lot about that tonight, a lot of stories like that. And that's so important. And again, work wherever you want, from the beach, wherever you have Wi-Fi, you can work. So if you're ready, get back with the person who invited you. I know we have a lot of guests on tonight. And now that you've heard all these stories, I think it shows you that someone invited you because they really care about you, because you could see the beautiful things that this business has done for so many. And being able to improve one's income gives a person more options for the things that are most important for them. So the person who invited you, thank them for inviting you and get back with them. If you're ready to get started, they can get you started. It literally takes about 5 minutes to get you enrolled. And if there's any questions that you have that we didn't cover on this Zoom tonight, they'll be happy to answer them for you. So thank you to all our speakers. Thank you everyone for being with us tonight and sharing some of your time with us. And we look forward to seeing you again soon as part of our Purium team and family. Thanks everyone. Have a great evening.